that question.
Yes,
and then we proceed.
Yes.
But the problem now, this machine has got stuck.
Yes, for the
recording.
proceedings of today, yes.
Yeah, it's not recording.
Yes.
So we're waiting for it to record.
Yes, my lord.
It's obvious Trump is a better machine operator. And we know what happened in the other country, in Zimbabwe. They chased away all the whites with their suitcases. Now they are paying them back for the land. Like with us here. They say the Khoisan came here before us. And apparently there's some historical truth in that, because there were these drawings which we found here. We were not artists. We just ate the meat. But then they have drawings of animals, etc., etc., etc. And it's sad to say it, and sad. But we also, in a way, committed genocide against Barwa, the so-called Khoisan. And we denigrated them. If a person looked at you down, we used to call you wrong. So this problem, yeah, he played a video for the whole world to see.
I think Dr. Sibande is writing a paper on that,
is that so?
Subject. Yes, I think he can. He's writing a paper on land expropriation.
Oh, is that so? Yes. Are you doing that, sir? Because that topic, I thought it's exhausted. Land expropriation. Why, Mr. Amusipili, was surprised? Mandela, Sobukwe, Kotani, Joe Slovo, Mabida, Sisulu, Tambo. For 30 years, they debated that issue. I know it because I'm sorry to say it, my uncle is Moses Kotani. So they debated that issue about expropriation without compensation. Actually, the Pan-Africanist Congress used to say, well, point them, or chase them into the sea. And they came with this compromise, Section 25 of the Constitution. And we know what happened in the other country, in Zimbabwe. They chased away all the whites with their suitcases. Now they are paying them back for the land. So maybe people must just take the view of the senior guys who debated this issue. Can't tell me that Mandela he doesn't have the inkling as to how to solve the problems we had concerning our history. Because these guys, the Afrikaners, they are here for 800 years. Are you aware of that? 800 years. 1648 actually. We normally say 1652. Diego came in 1648 or 2, somewhere there, ne? 42, ne? So these guys have been here for 800 years. And they regard themselves as Africans. Like the Trumps. The Trumps went to America in the Mayflower, I think 1538, somewhere there. Is that not so? When the British occupied and conquered North America. The English, today they are guys like Trump, for instance. They regard themselves as Americans. And then, of course, there was a genocide of the native races, the so-called Apaches and so forth, like with us here. They say the Khoisan came here before us. And apparently there's some historical truth in that, because there were these drawings which we found here. We were not artists. We just ate the meat. But then they have drawings of animals, etc., etc., etc. And it's sad to say it, and sad. But we also, in a way, committed genocide against Barwa, the so-called Khoisan. And we denigrated them. If a person looked at you down, we used to call you Aikim wrong. So this problem, it's a long held problem. I don't know what's going to happen about it. Because, can you imagine, Simon van der Stel, he sold that farm before he died. You remember, he went away to Batavia. So a guy like Baloyi, the only difference was that he's white and he's Dutch, bought the farm. So there's change of title deed for 600 to 800 years. Okay. All right. Yeah, Italy foot in foot.
I'm repeating it. I posed that question 15 minutes ago. And then we are now gadget.
So this is what was recorded today, no? Hello, am I correct? Huh?
Not today, yesterday.
I'm repeating
Oh, okay.
Could it have been so that the fact that there was this alleged communication, cell phone communication between Kelly Khumalo and accused number 5, used as one point to conclude that that this was indeed a contractual assassination, amongst others?
As a please, my lord. Council asked a question that there was a challenge with Colonel Stein's evidence regarding the communication between accused number 5 and Kelly Khumalo. And the court then said, well, the state objected, and the court said the witness should answer. The witness is now busy explaining it. Now, counsel stops the witness from explaining it. The very same question that counsel posed. We submit, my lord, that the witness should be allowed to complete his answer regarding the earlier question that was put to the witness.
No, madam. It does not work out like that. Look, my question is very simple. It does not need expertise on cell phone gadgets or wherever. The question is that, could it have been one of the factors that was taken into account that the cell phone conversation that was allegedly found to exist between Kelly Khumalo and accused number 5 used as a fact to say that this was actually a contractual assassination? That was my question.
There was no such question. We were still busy with that initial question.
No, the state can't say that there was no such question. We can play the record.
Yeah, there was such.
Yeah,
Yes.
There was a question like that. So was this gentleman, the brigadier, must answer that question? Because you're objecting that they are stopping him from answering that question.
Malak, it boils down to this simple fact. Which question was Brigadier Gininda answering?
Yeah.
He was still answering that initial question about Stein's evidence.
There's something about mom's touch. It makes cough, headache, and blocked nose go poof.
It's more than just my touch. It's Vicks VapoRub. It relieves nasal congestion, cough, body ache, headache, and muscle stiffness for a good night's sleep. Vicks VapoRub.
From Mr. Brigadier Stein, so that we have progress. Whether this alleged communication between Kelly and accused number 5 was interpreted amongst other interpretations, or it was found by yourself that it proves or indicates that there was a contractual killing.
Yes, my lord.
Is that how you pose the question, Mr. Nis?
I got a bit of a disturbance. I couldn't follow
No,
what the
no,
court was
I'm
saying.
saying you are saying
Yes.
the fact that accused number 5 and allegedly accused number 5 and Kelly communicated,
Yes, my lord.
was it one of the indicators to the brigadier that that communication was in pursuance of a contractual killing? Is that how?
Yes, my lord.
So you must answer it and then we make progress.
Yes.
Is that so, Mr.?
Yes, that's a new question. Yes.
Yeah, fine.
It's not a new question.
Okay, but you want to ask that question in any case.
I'm not so sure, my lord, whether we're starting formally now with today's
No, we are
proceedings.
formal.
Yes.
We are recording.
As it please the court, my lord.
I mean, we're fighting about, it's not that question, it is that question. We have had evidence over 60,000 pages.
Yes.
We're arguing about 2 minutes evidence in this court.
Exactly.
Please, let's go on. So you answer that question and Mr. Nisi will proceed.
My apologies, my lord.
Yeah, fine.
The state just reminded me that we did not remind the witness that he's still under
Under oath, he knows.
Yes, I do, my lord.
Yes, okay, fine.
So, my lord, it is correct to say the communication, and I want to explain it in the context that I was moving on, because I was moving step by step yesterday, so that it's not misunderstood.
Yeah.
No, it's not an objection. I'm just stating that the proceedings are formally started.
All right, no, I
Thank you.
understand. And it was all, my lord, kicking off from the confessions, because in the confession of accused number 1, the 2 confessions of accused number 1, that is where you find the name of Miss Kelly Kumalo as the trigger point of this assassination. Then
athi ufakazi athi bekhumza ufakazi ukuthi angakhohlwa ukuthi sisasengaphansi kwesifungo ke mayelana nodaba lombuzo koqhamukile kuukuthi ngabe yini le yaphoqa amaphuzu ukuthi wathatha isinqumo noma ayenza amaphuzu ukuthi athatha isinqumo sokuthi ke ngoba kade khona inkulumo phakathi komsola wesihlanu ke futhi noKhili Khumalo ke baqedela ngokuthi bona ke lokubulawa kukamufi into ade ehleliwe phansi ke bese athi ufakazi uma aphendula mayelana nodaba lama concessions amabili ke ayenziwa am confession lawo ke enziwa komsola oqala kuukuthi
No, I said the confession indicates that the trigger point is Miss Kelly Kumalo. The 2 confessions.
Kula ma-confessions ke amabili ke enziwa ke umsola wokuqala ke kuukuthi umuntu ophakathi nendawo noma mhlawumbe oxhumanisa labantu laba ke uKhili Khumalo.
Then from there, my lord, we move to the 2 confessions of accused 2. And similarly, on those 2 confessions, the name of Miss Kelly Khumalo comes up as a trigger point.
Athi futhi ngemuva kwalokho bese abahamba ke bakuma confessions ayenziwa ke umsola wesibili ngesikhathi kade belalele ama confessions enziwa ke umsola wesibili ukuthi umuntu kade baxhumanisa futhi ekhona ke igama lakhe lavela ke lapho ke uKhili Khumalo.
Now it is in these 2 confessions, my lord, of accused number 2, where now the names of accused 3, 4 and 5 comes into the picture, because that is a sequence of events and it will tally or be explained correctly when